Hello everybody and welcome back to Satisfactory. Our factory so far is missing something, and that is a real factory building. So hopefully we can achieve that in this episode, and we need to achieve that for our reinforced iron plating. So we do have the iron deposit over there with 2 iron nodes, and in that case we're going to do a lot of restructuring as well. So hopefully we can manage a factory. First of all, we do need 2 portable miners here. Let's go with that. There we have them, so we do need them for the miner, this one here, and we have everything for that. Then we do need the smelter, we do have everything for that. Then we do need constructors. For that we do need reinforced platings though already. That would be that. And then we have the assembler, that needs a rotor though. Now the rotor, we can, I think, produce that by hand. There it is, the rotor. It needs screws and iron rods, so that would be another automation that we need soon. But for now, let's do that manually. For the assembler, we do need 4, and I intend to have 2 assemblers for the beginning, so let's have 8 of these rotors here. Let's start producing them. Right, there we have them, 8 rotors. We can use them now. That is that. Reinforced iron plating here. We do need a few of them as well for our constructors. So in that case here, I'm going to be happy with 10 for now. There we have them. Very nice. And I think that is it for now. And we want to automate that, as I said. So we need screws and the plates. So in that case here, we do have everything. Oh, for the assembler, we actually need more reinforced plates. I see I need 8 plates for each. In that case, well, we do need to construct quite a few of them. Alright, so now we have everything for 2 constructors and 2 assemblers. This one here, we do have everything for the smelter and the miner as well. Very nice. So let's get going, right? There we have it. We do need a power pole. Let's take this one. Actually, we should have another one over here then that is still available. This one here, very good. Let's put another power line here, and with this, we're going to go now to the iron deposit over there. We have killed the monster that was lurking there, so hopefully it's not there any longer. My beacon is over there, so I think we need to get up there. Let's have the power line there. Okay, I cannot squeeze it over there. Right, and because I don't know where we can go up there, I just build a conveyor belt here, and with that we can easily go up here. And over there, we already see the beacon. Oh, some leaves. I never said no to some leaves there. Making us some solid biofuel. There we have them. No monster here as far as I can see. Very good. There is my beacon. And here, let's get rid of the iron ore first. To open up the node directly. There's number 1. There's number 2. Now we do have plenty of space here. That is nice. So in that case here, when we have that much space, we might as well just have our factory here then, right? And then we just have an entrance for the iron plates coming then from my main base. That might actually work to have our first factory building here. This is looking fine, absolutely. So let's go with the miners first. We do need 2 of them. They're just so big. That's a problem there for those guys here, right? And in that case, they now get the iron ore. We have then the smelter. And the smelter goes then to 1 constructor for each for the rods. And the rods then go to the screw constructors. So we do need 4 constructors and 2 assemblers then. So I think we're going with 3 stories or 2 stories either way. Let's have the foundation. Let's have the foundation for our first factory. In that case, as you can see, we'll need lots of concrete. And actually, I think it's a good idea to get up one of these miners here, because we can, have a better overview then of everything. And as you can see, this is going to be quite the size. Right, so that is looking like a good foundation. What we can now plan is that we should make it clean and scalable. That means that if we want to increase that production at some point, we have enough room to expand. You know, in that case here, on the lower floor, this one here, we are going to have the nail production, the screw production, which is quite extensive already. So here, on this side here, the ore is coming in, so from those miners there, and probably another miner then from somewhere else, probably some more ore, you know. In that case here, we have the constructor here. This one here has the entrance then here for the nails, so we can build 2 now to make it a bit more visible. So this one is now crafting the rods, or no, the steel plates, the iron plates. Or iron ingots, that is it. My bad. So they're making the iron ingots. And the iron ingots then need to, well, be processed to iron rods. Now that is something else then. When we look at that, so we have the iron ingots from the smelter. Coming in here then, the rods and... Oh, hello. What are you doing here? Kind of like admiring the structure here, I guess. But let's continue outlining our factories. With the smelters then here coming in, so the ore is transported in the smelter where we produce then the iron ingots, and then we need something for the rods. Now the rods is then a constructor. If we want to keep that scalable, I'm going to have the rods then over here. So we're going to have the first constructor here. So we can then place as many smelters here as we want, and then just over there we have then all the constructors for the iron rods, right? That is only the first step though. Now we need to go to the next level if I want to keep this scalable. On the second level, we're going then to add, well, the constructors producing us the nails. So let's continue. For that, we'll need walls that we have here. So let's craft us the first wall here, because with the wall we can then start going to the next level. So it's going to be 3 walls here. That is enough room then. And then we continue up here, as you can see, with the next level. Unfortunately for us, physics don't play the biggest role in this game, so we can just keep adding more and more tiles here now if we want to. And of course, I do need to get up there as well myself, so we can have a look at tower here if we want to. Or I could have a belt. Or the conveyor lift. I think there was this possibility that we use this one here. Or no, there was another one that uses a ladder on the side that we could add then. But for this case here, having a conveyor pole up there should be fine. And then we have the belts, right? And then we can go up there. That would be our kind of like natural stairs. Alright, and before we can see it, we have a fully fledged out second story that is just being held by one single piece of wall. We can go up here. There it is, our second level. And up here, well, we do have to look out for something else again entirely. That is down here. So here we do get the iron rods, right? Out of this one here. Let's just check that everything here is correct. So with that, we get the iron ingots, and the screws need the iron rods then. And here, we can then go with the conveyor lift. This one here. And this one, again, is scalable then, so we can have it here. The game is even helping us a bit there. We can drag it up there as high as possible to the next level. Of course, we do need to get rid of this one here first. And there we have the first lift. This one is now getting the rods then up there. And up there we're going to have more constructors that are producing the nails, and then the iron plate, the reinforced iron plates, because I'm not going to have another level just for the reinforced iron plates now. We don't need that, because if we want to keep it scalable, it's perfectly fine. There we have now the rods coming out, then we have another entrance for the plates. And here we can then have the reinforced, so the assemblers, that is. First of all, what we need here is another constructor. So we can have that here. This is then having the connection to this one here, so that should work perfectly fine. It is very good. And then on this side here we do have the assembler, which is a big building, as we can see, but it's fitting. And the assembler though needs 2 entrances, right? So if we build this one here now for the reinforced iron plate, this one, it has 2 entrances. So one entrance will always be from the constructor here, this one. And this one here is then always from the input that we get here with the iron plates. And we can then always have the splitter here, which is then splitting the whole thing for our plates. Very nice. This should be working. So let's continue. So down here in the first level, there we have now the splitters going down here from that. And from the smelters, we now have the belts. This one here. But in that case, I think I'm going to need a merger here. Oh, well, for those 2 smelters here for the beginning, I don't think that I will need that. I will just craft my belts. That should work. Right, they're clipping a bit. Nope, that's actually looking fine. Of course, this is not optimal, so we should probably have those smelters a bit further to this side here. There's smelter number 1. Because we do need a bit of room there, don't forget that, for more iron belts coming in here in the future. Right, so in that case, let's have that here. And the second one on that side here. Next to it. So there is this one. And then this one. For now this is working, but if we want to expand it then with more belts, we'll need a bit of room here then for mergers, you know. So on this side over there we do have then another merger where there is the pole now. But for now that should work. So that comes in here. They are being then transported to this one. Now I just need to say iron ingot and iron ingot. And here we say iron rod out of the ingots then. Right? This one then goes up. So of course we don't have any power here so far, but that's coming then. Let's get up to the other level again. Over there the rods are coming out, and here we are making nail or screws out of this one. And the screws are then being transported over to that. So this loop is working now. The only thing that's missing now is the iron plates. So we do need to get back to our base. First of all, what I know is that the power ran out. So we do need to do something about that. Back in the base, let's have a look. We should have enough solid biofuel. We have plenty of that. And let's see. Let's refill where we need it. This one not. This one here needs some solid biofuel. This one here needs some solid biofuel. So this will be lasting a long time now. And now we can put it on again. That's fine. But for the new factory that we have, we probably will need 2 more biofuel burners, you know, only for that, to keep the capacity up there. Now, what we still need is a bit of additional cement for the constructions. Do we have enough plates? Yeah, we do have a few plates, but we're going to need lots of plates now. Let's take this and this and this. So we do have the factory over there for the screws and for the reinforced iron plating. Now, that means that we will no longer need the rods and the screws here. So this one here should be only plates, right? So in that case, we're just going to change the production here to iron plates. We don't need to do anything else here. So this is plates, no longer any rods. And this is plates. And this is plates. I think because we are producing... Right, they are now producing the plates. I think there is one constructor that is not needed anymore. This one here, because this one here gets now plates itself. So let's get rid of that. And let's just connect. Whoops, nope. Those 2 belts there again. So here now plates are coming out on the other side. So that is now only plates, because we're going to need lots of those plates, trust me. And what we can do here still is now, starting here, somewhere far away. So we don't want to cross too much. That we can see the factory, beautiful. We don't need to have our first belt. The thing with that is, a belt of course takes a bit of space there, but yeah, here we can have the first belt. Then this is the plate belt going to the factory, right? So with that we can then go to the other side. And here, probably going to have the belts then, or the plates, out of this one. Yep. So this is going to be the first one. There should be belts now, plates coming out. Very nice. And we're going to take them now with us on this journey to the factory. do have enough plates for that anyway. Here, we do need to place a pole somewhere up there. This is looking fine. And then we can connect it if it's not too steep. Yeah, I think it is a bit too steep right now. Let's have another pole then down here. This is working. And here we can connect it. Why is this not working now? Come on. So now it is working, obviously because it needs to have the same direction of where it is going. So this is going up here now. And up there on our factory, we're going to have now, on the upper side where the plates are coming in, we're going to have this one here, a conveyor pole, right? And this is then on that side, so we can still expand on that then in the future if we need more plates, that is. And here we're going to have the mergers then. Now from down there, where is my belt? There it is. It hopefully should now go up here. Beautiful. Right, so there we have our first massive belt. And this is then coming right into our factory. And here, we can now say this one goes or continues down here. And then we do need a first splitter. That is something we can have done here. And we're going to add... Oh, yeah. I think one level is fine for now, right? And then we can say get in here. And the first one coming out of here, this one, gets into this one. And this one needs to be a bit higher though. This one goes over there. Right, so there the plates are coming in and being splitted here then. And then going into those different assemblers here. So the assemblers have been set. Now all we need here is power. Right, let's get my power line. We should have that somewhere here. There I can see the cable. There it is. So there we have the first one. Of course, this one is now going to be added then into our building here. And in here, let's have another power pole then over here. And this one is now connecting to our assemblers. And another one here. Oh, this has already been connected. Yeah, very nice. So all of them have been connected. And here we can then just continue if we want to, right? Now, we do have everything. The lower base still needs a power connection. And then we're probably going to have a power shutdown because of overload. Let's see, there we have another power line. Let's actually have this around the factory building. Right, so one here. And here we're going to have the power pole for the miners. And then this one goes into our factory here, into the lower ground. There we have the first power pole. And here we have another power pole. This one here is connecting those two. This one is connecting those two guys, and then we can still expand. And this one here is connecting those two. Righto, so iron ore is now coming out. They are working, or they're starting to work. Here we make the ingots. Here we make the rods out of it. Beautiful. And there it's coming. And now we can just admire what we just created here. Of course, this is only the beginning of something. Now, what we could do here is, well, of course, walls never hurt. Reinforcing those structures there a bit. can then have something like entrances here as well if you want to. And then I know there is a glass mod or something like that. That might work. Here we can see now the rods. They're being transported up there. Can we actually go with one of these? There it's coming out. Nope, unfortunately we cannot. So we need to use our belts. And no power shutdown so far. Let's get to the second level. The screws are coming out. The plates are already being distributed. And there we have it. The screws are filling up. Our first reinforced iron plates are coming out of here soon now. Beautiful. Here we are going to need a merger for the plates then. Oh, and there's the power shutdown as expected. There we have one. There we have one. So we can still have more mergers here then, of course. And this one, well, this one is the exit for our factory going down here then. Probably over there. Or we could even, yeah, put it then back into our factory if we want to. And with this one over there, we're then going to have a storage container. And this one goes into the storage container. And there our reinforced plates are going. So that is the factory that is working. The only thing now is that we do need a bit of more power. I think for the power biomass fueler, yes, we have everything for another one. Or one of them ran out. That of course might be not so good then. Let's go back. There we are. I think all of them still have materials, right? This one, yeah, barely used any. Then it's probably one of these. Nope, nope. So it's an overload. So let's have 2 more biomass burners. Then we will need another power line then, or another power pole. This one connected. And here we can then add another solid biofuel. And the same thing with this one. Let's turn it on. This should work now. We have now a capacity of 190. Look at that. It was at 130 just now. Of course, we had 120 only. So now we have enough power again to burn that. This one here is running out soon though. So once again, I need to go collect some leaves there. But this is looking fine. How many solid? Oh, we do actually have a bit of solid biofuel again. Yeah, still both factories are still producing. So there's more coming. And now we produce the reinforced steel. Absolutely loving it. We have the building. We can even then follow our iron plates up there now to the factory. And of course, the next goal would be then to speed up those belts here. So with a sped up belt, we would have then the ability to, you know, get more over there. Belts are flowing, plates are flowing. And then we're producing. So on this side here, we should be having, yeah, there it is, our reinforced iron plates now going for our storage depot over there. And with that we could transport it then someplace else. Phew, that was a lot of work for our very first factory. And this is only the first one. Next up will probably be then a factory for the iron plates or something like that. Stay tuned.